How to replace negative beliefs with positive beliefs. In one of my workshops of NLP and how to communicate hypnotically, I share how we are doing self hypnosis powerfully. We hypnotize ourselves with a lot of negative beliefs that are stopping us from getting what we want. Many of these negative beliefs are installed by someone in your mind, and just like an automatic program, you keep repeating those negative beliefs in your mind. So, no matter how many positive commands you give to your mind, the negative program does not fully accept and allow the positive command or positive beliefs to operate. About 15 years ago, one of my mentors suggested that I should read a book called The Magic of Thinking Big. And I read it and I was very impressed. The author David Schwartz identified many of the characteristics of the most successful people. One of the most important traits he identified was self belief. And as I said earlier, we are programmed to believe in a specific way, and that too without our awareness. We do not verify whether they are true or not. I think most people know that self belief is one of the keys to success. But then the author also talked about the biggest obstacle to self belief, a disease he calls excusitis. So, excuse ends with itis. Excuses are one of the main ways people avoid making progress on bringing their dreams to life, and they typically use this kind of sentences such as, I can't do X because of Y. I would like to do XYZ, but because of blah, 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 I can't do it. I'm sure you have heard people say, I can't switch my job or start my own business because I am not confident enough. I would like to change career, but I'm just too young or I'm too old. I cannot learn a new skill because I don't have enough time. I would like to earn more money, but my skills are not marketable enough. I cannot do public speaking because I'm afraid. These are the examples of limiting beliefs. But when I heard them described as excuses, I had a thought. The term limiting belief sounds almost real, as it might be based on some actual evidence and could be difficult to change. The word limiting beliefs sounds so rigid and it does not allow us to change. So I would not suggest using the word limiting beliefs. It will make you stuck. And I will share more videos on dealing with limiting beliefs sometimes in the future. But in this video, we are looking at a few of the ways to deal with limiting beliefs so that you can make progress and achieve excellence in life. Instead of using the word limiting beliefs, I would recommend you use the word called excuse. Because the term excuse refers to something that is really bit made up and it changes the perception. It redefines those so-called limiting beliefs. And you suddenly start to see them as they really are excuses. One of the keys to big success in any area of your life is to eliminate all excuses. But how do you do this? First, find out what they really are. Identify an area of your life where you would like to be getting quality of results that you have not got yet. What results do you want? Do you want to start a business, get a better job, attract a partner, get fit, or stop smoking? Spend time with your loved ones, maybe develop your skills, or just be more true to yourself and follow your dreams. Feel free to choose any areas that may even seem a little unrealistic. What have you always wanted? What makes your heart sing? What are you inspired by? Make a list of any and all excuses that have limited your progress until now. The funny thing is about excuses is that typically they start out as just that, a reason we come up with to avoid doing something. That's true. Most excuses are used just to give reasons to avoid doing something. But over time, our mind starts to filter and sort reality based on that excuse. And the reason we made up starts to seem real. This uses exactly the same process as I would say, I cannot find my car keys over and over again. My brain would filter out all evidence to the contrary to prove me right. So you learn about the limiting beliefs that keep people from bringing their dreams to life and how to reframe them as excuses. So now that you know what your limiting beliefs are, what are you going to do about them? How about this one? Decide what they are just excuses. Then decide you have grown bigger than those excuses. You can beat the old excuses by finding counter examples of your excuses. If you have been saying you're too old to switch to a better job, change careers, or start a business, find examples of people older than you who have done it. Do the same if you have been saying you are too young. Another way is to use the flip with but. So flip is but. Let me explain to you. Here's an example. If you have been saying, I would like to do public speaking, but I'm just too afraid, flip it around and say, I have been feeling a bit fearful, but I'm going to do public speaking. But I'm going to do public speaking. Another example. I would like to win the job interview, but I'm just too afraid to appear for the interview. Say with me with confidence and in the commanding tone. I would like to win the job interview and I'm too afraid to appear for the interview, but I'm going to give my best no matter what. I will allow myself to win the interview. The next technique is ask powerful questions. I would like you to get a pen and paper and make 2 columns on a paper. On the left column, write down all excuses. On the right column, write down questions. For example, I would like to change careers, but I'm too old or just too young. On the right-hand side column, ask yourself, what is stopping me? How does being the old age or young age, I'm thinking that stops me? I would like to do public speaking, but I'm not confident enough. Ask yourself, how can I become more confident, or how can I do it anyway? What would happen if I did? I cannot start a business because I need financial security. Ask yourself, what would happen if I could start a business? What resources would I need? What can I offer that people pay me for? What do I have to offer to people? Some clarifications may be required. Some excuses may seem real. But one of the most powerful beliefs I share is, if a thing is humanly possible, consider it to be within your reach. This may sound a bit unreal, but actually it is very realistic. If something is impossible, you will find out soon enough anyway. So you may as well start from position that anything is possible. That way you can maximize the likelihood of your success. If you argue for your limitations, you get to keep them. But if you argue for your magnificence, you get that instead. Now create a positive excuse you can load on your brain to start getting the results you want. Positive excuses can take the form like I am and are stated in positive. I am a powerful public speaker. I can represent myself effectively in interview. I can walk and talk with confidence. I am a natural business person. I can meet people with unconditional love and respect. And I'm bringing my dreams to life. I present myself without any hesitation and fear of rejection. Once you have created a positive I am statements, say it loud and then notice the thoughts, feelings which arise. Allow them. Say thank you and accept them. Then say it again. Start to become aware of just how quickly you start to notice evidence showing up that supports your positive excuse. Positive excuse, I said. I have been teaching this technique in my private coaching and workshops, and my students have achieved great results. And I'm not saying this to impress you, but to impress upon you the power of belief. By eliminating the negative excuses and creating positive ones, I've seen every new success in my business and even in my students and clients. You should also turn your negative excuses into positive ones. So do the exercise you learned in this video. share your experience. If you benefit from this video, please recommend it to someone who can benefit from it. Share it far and wide. This is Mayur Bardolia, success coach, speaker, trainer, and author from North Star Angel Coaching and Spiritual Solutions. If you wish to book a coaching session and workshop or invite me as a speaker, reach out to me at contact@northstarangel.com. Have a nice day.